Hey everyone, this is Parking Lot Radio. I'm your host, Sunny Side Up. This is my co-host, Rachel Bell, and we're here with Blake Weber, formerly known as Blake Vapes.
Boom.
So why we were all very surprised when you changed the name from Blake Vapes to Blake Weber.
When did that happen?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think that was in 2018, and it was partially like a business decision, and then it was also sort of it was like one of those things where the vape industry had sort of like peaked at that point.
Yeah.
And people were interested or fascinated or cringe watching it. And I think at that point, it just sort of died.
Yeah. It became like a normal thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't something you could make fun of anymore.
Yeah. And then once the FDA sort of regulated it and was like, hey, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have people that are making vape juice in their backyard. You shouldn't have fucking bathtub vape juice being sold in stores.
City vape juice bombing.
Do you remember they used to send you? I went with you one time. We went to the a vape convention.
Yep.
And they brought out Blake Vapes to the Blake Vapes convention, I guess.
Yeah, it was essentially.
Yeah.
Every single person that was an inspiration for Blake Vapes
was there,
dude. And it was
all the blueprints.
Literally.
I remember going. There was just a circle of people doing
tricks.
Yeah, I just assumed that you changed your name because the cultural relevance of vapes.
It was a mixture of both. Then
was plateaued, and then
it's exactly what it was like. It was plateaued, and then on top of that, I lost brand deals and stuff that I shouldn't have lost because they're like, well, you're associated with vaping, so we can't work with you. I'm like, it's a fucking prop.
Was it toys? What are the brand deals?
Dude, one of them was Bacardi.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
It's a device industry, and they didn't want to be associated with
they
another.
weren't down with the vapes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, this makes me angry.
You're like, I'd rather have Bacardi than vape juice.
Exactly.
Priorities.
I've never vaped. That's the other thing too. Is I never was a vape.
You never actually vaped.
No, it was all just a joke.
Yeah. So how did the content change once you changed your name? Was it a huge? I guess there was a big shift because you stopped doing a lot of vape content, right?
Yes, I mostly stopped doing that content. There was a time when I was trying to figure out what it was that I was okay, because I had this very direct sort of hyper relevant source material, and then I shifted and I was like, all right, so what could it be? And so it was sort of jumping on trends, figuring out what was culturally relevant that I could just be a poser for.
Yeah.
And then I had a random moment where I saw a Cardi B video that I was like, that's kind of funny. And then I was like, it'd be really funny if it had Blake's voice on it.
Oh, I remember this.
And that's sort of where the voiceovers started, was at that point. And then it was just
what song was it again?
It wasn't even a song. The first one was
just her.
Just one of her social media videos is her talking about how it's okay to be a hoe. I think is essentially
or
the message.
Hoe never gets cold. That's she was big on Vine back in the day.
Yeah.
And then she just moved to Twitter.
Exactly.
Damn.
And now
what an inspiration.
It's huge.
Yeah. So what are you in New York for?
I'm still here, but I'm leaving tomorrow. So I was here for the New York Comedy Festival. I had a show at Caveat. I did my Blake Weber TED Talk.
Hell yeah.
And you were there, dude.
I know.
You were there?
I made it like I didn't know why you were here. I knew why you were here.
Yeah, you fucking know why I was here, bro.
I think I've seen your show that was probably my 8th time seeing the show, but every time I see it, it just gets much better and better.
It's different too.
Yeah,
it never is the same.
It's the same message in the end.
Yep.
But the content.
What is the message?
The message. Why don't you tell us the overall message?
Do you have a mission statement?
It's so dumb. It's so fucking
It's literally
stupid.
what it is.
It's essentially do what you love and then ignore people that don't like you for it.
I don't think that's dumb.
But it's presented in the dumbest way possible.
Yeah, but it's it's a valuable message, and you sometimes have to make things comedic for people to actually hear them.
I mean, I love that outlook.
Yeah. I'm trying to be posy over here.
That's nice. It was so funny too because at the show, so I hit up my manager a couple days before. I was like, hey, can we get some like openers or whatever? And so he got us these two guys, Nick Callis and Abby Roberge. And it was so like, the crowd was brutal.
Really?
Which is like weird because when I've done my show at a ton of different comedy clubs and various places, and the crowd's usually like phenomenal. They're usually like comedy fans, rowdy as fuck, but this crowd was like so like meek and like so
that kind of brutal.
Just like sitting there, and they both went up, and these guys are like hilarious, and they were just like good jokes were just like falling flat. And it like made me angry.
Why
for
do you
them.
think that was? It's a comedy festival. Like, shouldn't they be primed?
You would think, but I think there's two factors that were leading into it. Is one, I feel like a lot of these people that came out to this show had never been to a comedy show before, so they didn't necessarily know like that audience etiquette. You know, like where you're, you laugh if something's like decent. And I'm not saying laugh if you don't think it's funny, but this was like this
Get expressive.
Yeah, this was like people just like, okay, like we're here, like, and then the other half is like, I think part of them were there specifically to see me, so they didn't even know that there was going to be like a host and a feature. So I think it was like a combination of those two things.
Like when the opener for the band is like a completely different genre.
Yeah,
and the people just don't vibe with. Maybe it's just because I'm a performer. I've performed, but like if I'm in the front row at a comedy show or even at a comedy show, like I'm entering a state of mind where I'm like, anything that I think is remotely funny, I'm going to laugh like it's 20% funnier than it is. Because like the people up there are doing something hard.
Yeah, like aren't you going there to have a good time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going there to have a good time.
Plus, what if it ends up,
I'm gonna laugh
on YouTube with 8 million views and they have a crowd shot and you're laughing and having the time of your life?
And now you made it.
Yeah.
You made it.
That's it.
And now you're a paid audience member for the
Yeah.
You're set.
Yeah. It was good though, because what ended up happening is like, for me mentally, I was like, dude, fuck this crowd.
Yeah.
I was like, these fucking assholes. And so I just went up and I was like angry, but like it was like an angry energy that like elevated my like mental state to like really make sure like I got through and was like,
you went savage mode.
I went savage mode, and it was good. It turned out great.
Okay, good.
And they liked you?
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. I was mad though. I was like, you fucking assholes. These guys are funny. You're just sitting here like a fucking lump on a log.
How long have you been in New York on this trip?
We got here Monday, and then we're leaving to go to Orlando tomorrow.
Did you eat any like really good food?
Oh yeah.
Any highlights?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big highlights. Today especially, we went to Daryl and his daughters. What's that place called?
Russ and Daughters.
Russ and Daughters. Daryl and his daughters.
Jack Wife's Frida?
It is
No,
not.
different
Oh
guy.
yeah, and we did go to Jack Wife's Frida.
It's all about man's name, family
Yep.
member. Russ and
Went to
Daughters, Jack's
Frida.
wife.
Damn.
I had breakfast for dinner last night at Jack's wife's Frida's restaurant.
You got-
Ruth's Chris's Steakhouse.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then we had Joe's Pizza.
It's a lot of
course.
people.
Yeah, a lot of people. We went to a lot of.
We had to go see Joe.
We had to see Joe, and then we went to Souvlaki, this Greek place.
Are you staying in Soho?
We were in the East Village, and then we didn't know we were going to stay till Friday, so we only booked till Thursday. And then we're like, oh, let's stay another day. And then the hotel sold out, so we had to go to another hotel, or else we'd still be in the Lower East Side.
Yeah.
But it was. Now we're over here in the financial district. It's fucking.
That's very different.
Yeah, but it's.
Side-eye's kind of dead at night.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that's a good thing if you want to like get home and not have to worry about traffic and shit.
rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're flying out of Newark tomorrow, so I'm like,
yeah.
all right, well,
You'll
this
be
is
good.
kind of closer.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
in the right direction. So
You'll be good.
yeah.
Oh, maybe
So-
someday I'll live in Manhattan.
Where do you currently live?
I live in Queens.
Queens?
Sonny's like a hardcore Manhattan representative. I feel I've lived
fair.
in New York since 2017, and I've never lived in Manhattan.
Yeah. I grew up in
Okay.
Brooklyn, so I don't want to live in Brooklyn anymore.
Yeah.
We switched.
No
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Okay. And then before, were you ever in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I lived in Brooklyn for like 5 years.
Okay.
And then moved out to just past Brooklyn, Queens, so I can have a backyard.
Oh.
You have a nice
much.
backyard. I've seen pictures.
Isn't it Queens that they say is like the valley of New York?
I don't know.
I gotta look
I
at
feel
this
like that's
meme.
Long Island, probably.
No,
What's the valley?
no, I'm looking it up right now. There's a meme that's like New York, LA meme.
Oh
and
yeah, it's like a
so
map
accurate.
overlap of the neighborhoods.
Yes.
Well, I live in Ridgewood, Queens, which I guess would probably be like Echo Park
Yeah.
culturally because it's
Okay.
right next to Bushwick.
Okay,
But I also don't know what I'm talking about.
let's see. I'm gonna pull it up and I will. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So
I can show
yeah,
you.
Queens is the
Yeah.
valley. Queens is the valley.
Okay, well, Queens is really big.
yeah, no, it is.
There's a lot of different things.
I live in the valley.
Okay, cool.
So I appreciate
Soul
that.
sisters.
You live
That's
like right near the like.
I'm right
on the edge
outside
of
of
it.
Hollywood,
Yeah.
but it's technically the valley.
Okay.
And then Staten Island is like the deep valley, like Woodland Hills, Canoga Park. Manhattan is like Beverly Hills through downtown Los Angeles.
What's like Huntington Beach?
Huntington Beach is considered the Bronx here. Yeah.
Nah, Huntington
that
Beach is like
possible?
South Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Huntington
Okay.
Beach is like the birthplace of skateboarding.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What?
And Brooklyn is considered
Surf City, USA. Yeah.
Mhm.
Brooklyn is considered like Los Feliz area.
Okay.
And like the hipster spots.
I know enough to know that's correct.
Yes.
I mean, my neighbors are like Polish and Italian grandparents, and then their sons or daughters who are like 55 live right upstairs from them.
Sick.
Yeah, it's good. I get verbally abused by my neighbor Vicky every day.
That would be a wild lifestyle to just like live in the same apartment as your family forever.
Yeah. My next door neighbor is a guy named Gabe. He's probably 60, and his downstairs neighbors are his mom and dad, Vicky and John, who have bought the building in 69.
Wow.
And every single day, Vicky has some shit to talk to me because our backyards are right next to each other.
What does she
talks
say?
shit about-
I think she puts curses on me or something, man. She's like, I put up a bird feeder. She hates that.
What?
She doesn't approve.
How do you hate a bird feeder?
She doesn't
Vicky?
like birds. She has like a full fucking farm in her backyard, and the birds, I guess, make that challenging
What
for
the?
her.
Shut up, Vicky.
I was
dude.
like, aren't they eating my bird seed instead of your Roma tomatoes?
What's her deal,
I don't know.
dude?
If you can't please her, she's an Italian grandmother. She's unpleasable.
How old is she? Like 90?
Honestly, yeah. And if I am in my office, which kind of is close to her house, I all day can hear her screaming at her fully deaf husband in Italian.
Do you ever just give her like just come bearing gifts?
Yeah, I gave her. Oh my god, I made her a Christmas card. I brought her flowers. Sometimes
See?
she gives me zucchini, but I've been learning Italian. Started doing Duolingo just so I could know like what she's mad about.
Okay.
So
What is it? Anything yet?
no, I only
figure
know
it
how to
out?
say like boy, girl, apple, drink water.
That's important. It's so funny. Don't ever quit Duolingo or else they will verbally abuse you
Yeah.
via email.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, apparently these emails aren't working, so we'll just fuck ourselves.
Oh, yeah, they're mean.
Like the emails get rude. Like I get text messages like, can you spare 5 minutes for Spanish? And then like 10 minutes later, it's like, guess not, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. They're
It's like,
fucking mean to you.
Dude, you're an app. Stop.
I used to work at a tech startup doing marketing, and we shared like an investor with Duolingo, and so we had this
okay.
meeting at the investor's office once, and there was a guy from Duolingo there. And afterwards, we're all like mingling. I'm like, I don't know why these people think I'm a grown up, but we're all like standing around, and I wanted so bad to talk to the Duolingo guy and just be like, hey, quick question, why doesn't it work? Like, how come I finished French and I'm not fluent? Like, why are you lying to people?
Really? It doesn't work?
Dude, no.
Yeah.
I've
It
never
doesn't.
tried
Yeah,
anything. my
I
entire
was
life.
trying. I was trying it for like a month, and then my girlfriend, she's fluent in Spanish, and she would
Nice,
like
yeah.
quiz me and stuff, and then I would be like, I don't know, and I would like freak out, and she's like, it doesn't work.
I learned
"You're right."
Spanish growing up. My parents both speak it, and in high school. And then I married a French person, best way to learn a language. And now I'm dating an Italian person. So I'm going to be quadrilingual.
You're gonna know
Lingual.
all the Romance languages by
Yeah,
the end
exactly.
of it.
I mean, they're the easiest ones to learn.
Pretty soon
You
you're
learn
gonna
one.
learn Latin somehow.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, it's gonna be
I'm going to be
crazy.
speaking ancient Greek.
Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck
so tell me about Festivalist. You've been going around to festivals and kind of being like a reporter
That's right.
and
yeah.
on the madness that goes on. What's the craziest thing you've seen so far at these festivals?
I mean,
What was your favorite one?
my favorite
So far.
festivals
Let's start with that.
so far. I'd have to say recently we went to Nocturnal Wonderland, and I really liked Electric Forest, but the reason I like Nocturnal Wonderland a little bit better, Electric Forest is like more magical and stuff because like the forest
More
is
magical and stuff.
yeah, there's just something so cool about being. It's like 3 a.m. and they got these crazy lights and lasers going through all these trees and
I
like
can never imagine what that's like.
it's really odd. And you could just like wander and you look to the left and there's just this stage of just like wooks listening to like music.
Wooks.
It's really
Shout out to the Wooks.
shout out wooks for sure.
Sounds sick.
So Electric Forest is like kind of the most magical, but it's difficult to get around. Like it's very big.
You have to know your way around.
Turn like left
Yeah.
at the tree. Like doesn't really
You're
work.
like, I don't know what that means. And
Yeah.
then you're like on shrooms and everything's wobbling and you're like, but Nocturnal Wonderland is a little bit more accessible. It's a little smaller, more contained.
Where is Nocturnal Wonderland?
Nocturnal Wonderland is in San Bernardino, California.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then Electric Forest is in Rothbury, Michigan. But yeah,
Michigan.
I forgot. I think it was at Nocturnal Wonderland. We just were hanging out, walking around, and we went into someone's trailer, and they were like doing cocaine off various girls' butts.
Wow.
Various girls.
Yeah, so that we didn't obviously can't film that and put that on YouTube, but
Wow.
that was weird.
Did you Google it to make sure that YouTube wouldn't allow it?
Yeah, I did. I was like, would you guys mind if we filmed the
People
cocaine
don't blow
butts?
off asses or anything? No,
No,
that doesn't allow.
All right. So that was pretty crazy. But all in all, it's like it's so fun because I already go to like a shit
Yeah, I was
ton
gonna
of,
ask, like, you like going to festivals? Yeah.
I already go to a shit ton. You know, I DJ. It's kind of like it's been a hobby that's kind of become more than a hobby. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll get booked on festivals here and there to play. So I'm already there.
Yeah.
The content is awesome, and no one is like really doing that in like the music festival space. There's so many weirdos, and
Yeah.
And they're also just like at the festival, they're just being themselves. They're down.
yes,
Yeah.
and
They
they're
don't
so
give a fuck
funny.
about anything.
They're fucking funny. Like even at Forest, you know, like we'll be walking around with the camera, and this like lady came up, and she like taps me on the shoulder. She's like, "Can we?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And I, like
People
put the mic.
volunteer themselves.
Yeah,
She just
I
wanted
put
to
the
say
mic.
something. She didn't
Yeah, and in this particular case, she just starts like screaming.
Cool.
And it was. I was just like,
Oh
what
my
the fuck
God.
is
I like
happening?
that.
Did you have an earpiece in?
No, I don't have an earpiece. Thank God, I would have
Send in the
cried.
government.
Wow.
But dude, it just gathered this whole thing of wooks started coming around and like chanting
Oh
her
my God,
name.
it was like a mating call.
Dude, it was wild. It literally was. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like these funny characters like running around these festivals.
I mean, that's what's cool about like
Yeah.
making content being your job, because you can just pick a thing you like to do already, go to festivals and be like, I'm going to start making stuff there.
Yeah.
So now I can expense my festival.
It literally, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. So there's that aspect of it. And then, you know, like when it comes to doing, you know, voiceovers and stuff, this is like, it broadens the horizon a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it just gives me another thing to play around with in terms
Yeah.
of content, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and like man on the street content goes so hard, especially like recently. And then going to a festival is like, it's man on the street, except for everyone is guaranteed to be at their absolute freaky deakiest.
Exactly.
Like no one's on their way to work.
No.
Where else are you gonna find these motherfuckers going?
Yeah,
crazy?
exactly.
Nowhere and nowhere else are they going to be like so open and willing. Sometimes it's funny because like they'll like start to talk and then I'll say
Realize?
something and they'll be like, oh shit. Like they'll get that like Molly anxiety where they're just like
I did some man on the street stuff for a while, and I ended up going to like the bars in Lower Manhattan that like all of the interns go to when they come
Okay.
to town to work for like insane firms that are like building, I don't know, for the government.
yeah.
And it was just all these like 22-year-olds who just graduated from Cornell, wasted off their ass
Yep.
on like $20 shots. And I would interview them, and someone would start saying something really good, and then one of their like mostly sober boys would be like, "All right,
Yeah.
he's done."
Yeah. Carson's done, dude. Carson, let's go. We got to get out of here,
exactly.
dude.
I didn't know you
He's
did
like,
that.
I was about to tell her what my SAT score
When did
was.
you do that?
For the last job that I had.
Oh, okay. I never saw any of it.
It's cool. I'll send it to you.
All right. And so you also went to When We Were Young, the emo festival.
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Could you name
yeah.
5 emo bands, bro?
Yeah, dude. I could.
Getting big dog. He could if you
could.
come back to it.
Yeah.
So what was the difference? Like, did you notice the people were as open, or like were they a little more like closed at the emo festival?
It was different. They were like excited to. It was different because like at a regular music festival or like a EDM festival or like something along those lines, it's more like they'll just come up to you and they'll just be like, I fucking love llamas, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
But here, like I was a little bit more. People were more sober.
And like on topic, maybe.
Yeah, and so like I would ask them like, what does emo music mean to you? And they'd be like, well, like it just means like expressing yourself, and like when you're feeling down, it's something that can bring you down even further, but then take you up. And it's like very like direct message. Like they were there for their love of the music, whereas like people at like a rave or like EDM festivals they're there for the music, but they're also there to like go crazy.
Yeah.
And
they don't care who's DJing.
Exactly. I was just talking to my friend about this. I have a friend who like is not into electronic music at all, and I really like house and techno. And I was making her watch Boiler Room sets.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, I just think I'd get bored. And I was like, the best thing about going to see electronic music is that I do not care to be close. I don't need, like, if I'm going to see fucking Bruce Springsteen, I want to see Bruce with my eyes, naked eyes. But like a DJ, I just want to dance. Like I don't care about getting close to the stage. So I feel like people at emo festival are going to be like, yeah, I'm so excited to see so-and-so.
Yeah.
And at EDM fest, you're just like, I'm having a great time.
You're just like, You're just going crazy.
You're just floating from one stage to the next. Like,
just
dubstep tent.
Literally getting lost. That's like what a common thing I hear people say is they're like, yeah, dude, I just want to get lost.
Yeah, and then you just like walk towards the stage that sounds good.
Yeah, exactly.
I found so much music like that in my early 20s. Like I was just like, who is this?
Who is this guy? Shazam.
Yeah.
Let me hold up Shazam.
One time I Shazammed something and then it was Skrillex. I was like, oh, duh.
God damn it.
I felt so dumb.
Idiot.
I remember seeing, I haven't gone to festival in a long time, but I remember it was like, I used to live in Chicago, which is like a great place to live if you want to go to festivals in the summer, and seeing like Justice at like Lollapalooza in like 2011, I think.
Wow.
And that was just tight. I loved that shit.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can have like magical moments, magical experiences like that. And that's the beauty of festivals,
Yeah.
It's tiring. But I try to do one per month. And it can definitely
one per month
get tired. Yeah.
I had tickets to one in LA in August that I didn't go to. I had never heard of it before. It was called This Ain't No Picnic.
Oh, I heard of that one.
But it was literally just like my friend's band was playing. Lily, she's in that band, La 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 La. But it was like The Strokes.
Manchester Orchestra, I think, played that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and like Caroline Polachek and like Phoebe Bridgers, and I don't know. I wish I'd gone, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So aside from being a funny guy, you also have one of the top golfing podcasts in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
Is your podcast for real about golfing?
It's a golf podcast.
It's a golfing podcast.
Yo.
Yeah.
When did you start playing golf?
I started when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Originally Colorado.
Yeah.
And then I lived in Florida for a while, and then LA. But yeah, so it was actually, it's funny. We started this podcast during the pandemic. Like everything in LA was completely shut down except for golf. And
because it's socially distant.
Exactly. But there was still some dumb fucking shit that they did to protect the people.
What they do?
Like you had to caddy for yourself.
well, there's that aspect of it. But like in golf carts, they would put up, put up this like this sheet in between you, like this clear plastic sheet. And it's like
in between who?
In between the two
front
passengers.
Oh my god!
It was the stupidest fucking thing. So then another thing that they did was they put pool noodles in the hole so that you don't touch the flag stick when you're taking it out.
Oh my god!
Wait,
so that was gonna,
could you still get it in the?
Yeah.
No, the rule of golf rules actually changed in 2020 because of COVID.
Wow.
So the pool noodle, if your ball like rolled over the pool noodle, it wouldn't go in the hole. It would just kind of roll over it. Or if you hit the flag stick at all, it counted.
Oh, nice.
And
everybody got really good at golf.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. And now it's so fucked up because in LA you can't get a tee time anywhere because so many people started playing during the pandemic.
That's how tennis is here
because
now.
it got easier.
Because there was nothing to do, so people were like, "Oh, I guess I'll get into golf," and then they still play.
Man, there's some like good places to golf out here.
I know.
Yeah.
They literally like 10. I think of like at least 10 of the top 100 golf courses in America are in New York.
I've only recently learned about this because I'm a person who dates straight men, so I was bound to be exposed to this knowledge eventually.
Yeah.
But it is kind of, I don't know, seems kind of fun.
It's great. It's such a like a mental, just like you just let go, you lose track of time, you go out there. And, you know, for me, it's like, I just like, I hit the ball really far. So I just like to just go out there and just smash it.
Yeah. I want to go to a driving range. I've never hit a golf ball in my life.
There's a driving range in Brooklyn, like near Kings Plaza.
Should we go?
I would go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny too, because everyone like just looks at golf and like, oh, you're just hitting the ball, but it's like it seems so easy, and then 20 years later you still suck, and you're like, what the fuck?
I just like I like any sport that like has an outfit.
There you go.
Like I mean, obviously like basketball has jersey or whatever, but like a sport where you go to that section at a sporting goods store and there's fits.
Yeah.
Like tennis, golf.
So you're gonna go and get the whole sweater and everything?
Yeah, like an Argyle sweater vest, the little cap. And can I get some socks with some fluffy balls on them?
See? Yeah. And the cool thing is now is like golf has kind of moved into like the mainstream.
Yeah.
And it's kind of moved into a direction where it's like more like cool type people are playing and influencing the game. So like a lot of streetwear, there's like a big influence from skateboarding and streetwear.
It's getting swaggier.
Yeah, making its way into golf. And, you know, in 2020 when there was nothing to do, we had an opportunity to go on this like trip with the 3 other dudes that I do the podcast with. One guy, Jake Adams, he like called each one individual. Was like, "Hey, do you want to go on this thing? It's a golf trip." And we hadn't left the apartment for however many months. We're like, "Fuck yes!" And after that, we just like filmed a bunch of content. We had really good chemistry, so we're like, "Let's start a podcast."
Nice.
And started out of boredom, and then this past year, like we're the number 3 golf podcast
on
the charts. We have our YouTube channel has really taken off. You know, we've like 170,000 subscribers.
Damn.
And we just go out, we play matches, and golf is essentially the backdrop for all of our like weird, like our degenerate behavior.
Yeah.
I didn't know you play matches too.
Yeah.
And like you put the content up of the matches.
It's good. It's a good watch too. Like I've watched a lot of golf content, and ours is honestly like subjectively the most entertaining, because we like really like we talk so much shit.
Good.
And it's quality, because all of us are stand-up comedians, so it's not just like,
you suck,
bro, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You suck. Like it's like we really needle each other well.
I feel like I was kind of like a weird kid, and so I would like go to someone's house and not really be vibing with the children, and go inside and someone's dad would be watching golf.
Yep.
And so like I should have been listening when the dad would, out of pity, explain the rules to me, but maybe I can get into it late in life.
You know, people are doing it. It's fun. It takes a long time to get good. So like I know a lot of people that is kind of like the thing that keeps them away.
Yeah.
But you know, you can do it till you're 90.
My therapist keeps saying I should get a hobby. I've been thinking about taking an archery class.
Oh, that's
archery.
cool.
I don't know what's going on, but I've been watching a lot of like what you would refer to as like swords and sandals movies recently, like Troy and Troy's nothing.
I watched Troy.
300.
I watched 300 for the first time last night.
So fucking good.
Oh my God. With absolute respect, as a queer woman, I had no idea how gay that movie was.
Yeah. I mean, it's extremely homoerotic.
Well, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now, which takes place in that same era. It's the best video game I've ever played. But I remember when I was a kid, when 300 came out, it was like the beacon of masculinity.
Yeah.
Like every guy I knew was like, "Oh my God, this is Sparta!" And then the first time in the movie you see the Spartans, they're all butt ass naked, wearing like leather Speedos and like capes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they found that many extras with 8-packs.
Well, there's a whole workout that
it's like
they did.
CGI.
What?
It's partly CGI, but like they all follow this like
abs. So ashamed. Oh my God.
no, not even they don't even have like those guys. Like they followed this crazy workout regimen to look like that.
Whoa.
And you can Google it and look it up. But it shows
that's my hobby. The Spartan technique.
But it's so funny that you say that, because it is kind of homoerotic, but it plays into like what Greek culture was back then, which was like, it was pretty fucking gay.
They had institutional pederasty, I think they called it, which was encouraged boy loving.
They had like
man boy lovers.
Which in the movie,
orgies or something.
Yeah, there was like it was like a mentorship of gay sex kind of. But there's a line in the movie where, is it Gerald Butler?
Gerard
Butler. Gerard Butler refers to the Athenians as boy lovers. And I was like, Spartans like institutionalized dudes fucking each other.
Literally.
So I don't know. It's cool that his last words were like, "my wife," right before he died.
Yeah, he quoted Borat.
I
just
know,
like, my
that's what I
wife.
said. I was like, wow, do you think that was a Borat reference?
My wife.
Same era. No, but it's so funny because I read this thing recently about this guy who like started working out. He's like, yeah, dude, I just worked out to like so that I could be fit and like girls would think that like I look good. And he's like, not one girl has ever complimented my body. It's all dudes.
Yep. Yeah.
All dudes all the time. And so it's just like, it's so funny that in sport, it's like the same thing. It's just like these dudes get all jacked to go to war and everything.
Just for each other.
And they're just like, bro, you look good out there when you're stabbing those Xerxes.
It makes sense. I do makeup for women. You know, no man is ever like, wow, the white eyeliner in your waterline is popping. No, that's not going to fucking happen.
That is true. That is true. I've never, like, I can appreciate good makeup, but
you don't know how it's come together.
Nope.
But yeah, you're not even like sure probably what goes where. Most people don't know, I think.
No, me and my girlfriend have talked about like one time she wants to put my makeup on, like put makeup on me, and then I will do hers after.
Oh, great. That's
And
good content right there.
I'm actually looking forward to it because I think that I could do a pretty damn good job.
Have you watched her do it enough that you've like...
I've watched it in pieces enough.
Yeah.
I've seen like...
I think it's like probably so much harder than you realize.
I know it is. I believe me. I'm absolutely aware, and
I know that I can't.
I know that I can't, but
I
I'd
would
like
not
to
even
think
touch
that
it.
I can.
I will not even go next to
Like,
I
I don't even know colors.
no,
Like,
I'm
forget
colorblind.
that.
I don't even know
literally.
colors.
See,
You're colorblind?
Yeah. But that won't affect this. That won't affect.
Do people say annoying shit when you say that? Will people be like,
Yes.
what color is this?
Yeah, dude, it's really toxic, and I wish people would.
What color is toxic?
We need more representation.
I wish people would let me have
colorblind
my
folks.
one thing that I have.
I can't snap, and whenever I say that, someone around will snap. I'll be like, I can't. It's like you say, I can't whistle, and someone's like,
Like, wait,
Okay.
you can't do this.
I can't do it because I can't snap.
I really want to do it.
I can do it. I've given
God
you
damn
permission.
it.
Snap into the
All right.
mic.
I'm good. The sick part is
Yeah.
I'm really
I
good.
bet
at
you
a
snap.
are.
good
You give
snapper.
good snap vibes. Wow. Damn. See, here we go.
I mean, there was a snap. There was a snap
I
there.
got small hands, man. I don't know.
And then I can snap like this too.
Everything about you
Whoa.
screams you
That
can
does-
snap like
Pause.
that.
Yep.
That sounded weird.
That's right. Sonny's like, why does that sound like balls? That sounds like balls.
This is Sparta.
This is Sparta.
So I noticed that Drake follows you on Instagram.
My boy, dude.
Can
Me
you say
and,
something?
What's the
for me?
deal?
dude, we're just boys, you know.
Like-
Like we grew up together. You know, me and Drake. He
Florida.
took the rap route. I did the more comedy thing.
Right, understandable.
No, I've
natural.
actually had a couple DM conversations with him
Damn.
because I was like, how could I not?
Yeah.
You know?
Did
I
you
was
see that he
I actually
Hasbullah like left him on red?
Yes.
Wow. What a
Which is
savage.
so funny. Hasbullah's
Man.
the ultimate, like, he's the
Does he
he's
even know?
He's number one.
Does he even know like that he's a savage?
I don't think
you
he can grasp the icon status.
Yeah, he doesn't understand, which is why he's such an icon.
Yep. You can't
'Cause he
be
doesn't
aware
even-
of it.
He doesn't even know.
I got a Drake tattoo on my leg about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
After I had a major surgery and I was still on painkillers, but I was present of mind enough. It says Drake in the sky over a mountain range. And I had enough presence of mind to think, let me leave the area below blank. Because one of my childhood best friends is named Drake Hazelwood.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm just ready
You're ready.
in case. Because the tide of public opinion is shifting on Drake currently, you know?
A little bit, but also like
I'm still a diehard.
I was gonna say I feel like he can't unless he had some crazy allegations come out.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got such a crazy fan base that like he'll never not be like when he puts music out, it hits top of the Billboard
Yeah.
charts every time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and it all I feel like I can't foresee a day that it won't.
That's what you think that about a lot of people, and then you never know.
I don't know. I mean,
But Drake, you can't even imagine it.
No, because
Yeah.
he is so likable.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah. I
so
think-
funny.
I think like I got my first cell phone when I was 16 and my ringtone was Best I Ever Had, which was like one of his first really big hits.
Yeah.
Which means Drake has been top of the charts since my adolescence began.
Yeah.
And that's 13 years. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and if you think you go back maybe even slightly further to the Lil Wayne
Yeah.
you know,
Wayne and Drake
albums.
era?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
dude,
Birdman, it's all connected.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy
And then Drake
that
got us The Weeknd.
he didn't
Yep.
really get back into acting at all. I thought he would definitely like do the rap thing and then go back to acting.
I feel like he wants to. All his music videos are like so produced like little short films. I was a
Yeah.
Degrassi stan. I was
Yeah.
watching that shit
I watched a little bit, but I didn't
I
really
missed
watch the
it.
whole thing.
before I even knew. Well, I think I was just like just the right age. Ooh, I went back and rewatched it recently.
Well, and does it hold up?
Yeah,
Rewatched
my
it?
favorite thing about it is that it's all Canadian, which obviously I was not.
Okay.
And you could hear it like every once in a while. Like they'd be like, "Sorry."
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It would
Yeah,
just slip.
sorry.
You'd forget. You'd be like, "This is an average American high school."
Yeah, and then an aboot
Yeah.
or a host would pop out.
It's like also unbelievable that there would be a school shooting in Canada,
yeah,
which is how Jimmy gets in his wheelchair.
that's true. Wow, they predicted it, huh?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Do you get recognized a lot in the festivals?
Yes.
More in festivals or like more in person, like in normal places?
I would say festivals like a lot, and then in normal life it's fairly frequent.
Yeah,
You
mostly
know.
friendly people.
Yeah, very friendly.
Yeah.
I
That's
haven't
good.
I haven't had any crazy encounters. What I find interesting is I get recognized more for my voice than anything.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you have a pretty like, what's the word? I don't know. Remarkable, noticeable,
Like distinct, yeah.
distinct. Thank you.
Distinct.
Wow,
Like-
yeah, the fucking thesaurus. I gotta have you guys.
That's so funny. No, like usually like I'll be like at a grocery store or something, and then I'll be like, "Hey, should we get bananas?" Or like whatever
Someone's like,
it is.
"Is that Blake?"
Literally,
here?"
someone like turn
Oh
around
my
like,
God.
"Oh shit,
That's
dude, it's
funny.
you."
So they just hear you and then they'll.
Yeah. So
That's
that
insane.
actually, which is weird because I've never met someone, but it makes sense because essentially the thing that sort of put me over the edge.
Yeah, it was
you
not
know,
your visage.
Yeah, it was the voice, the voiceovers or whatever. And my voice is when I put on the Blake voice,
Yeah.
it's like I just say I basically just dumb down my voice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's my voice, but like, dude, I don't know. It's like there's just like this weird thing that happens that just makes it Blake,
Yeah.
I remember the first Blake Vapes video. That's how I met you from
Yeah.
the video. I think you were vaping and I think it was the first video you made. Was it? You were like saying like some motivational shit.
No, that wasn't the first one I made.
What
But
were you
it-
saying in the motivational one?
In the
I don't know.
motivation, I actually owe like a lot of like my success and whatnot to like Sonny finding this video.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It was literally, it's so true. It was the one where like I hit the vape and I was like, when I'm in this moment, I'm not
Yeah.
thinking about the haters.
And then the dubstep came
Yep.
out.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure Sonny's the reason I followed you. Like, absolutely.
It's very plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he found that video and then posted it.
Our little internet archivist.
Yeah. and then like that brought over like a shit ton of like hate follows.
Hell yeah.
And for like a long time, that's all my followers were just people that were
Because they
like,
thought you weren't joking. They
Yeah.
thought you were serious.
they're like, who is this fucking
Wow.
guy?
You're going
You need to-"
method.
Yeah, literally.
Daniel Day-Lewis of vaping.
Literally, I was like towing the line of reality because it was so dumb.
It was
but
so
like
good.
vaping and like that culture was like pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I
So-
feel like back then it was so easy to like I'm not saying like it wasn't funny, but it was like it was so new to just like make a spoof of something like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just be like there's really not that many
Be
people who
fully
are
in
just
character.
like online as a different character.
Yeah.
Like actually, like
Yeah.
how many people not many people
I guess you could
do
say
that,
you kind
know?
of are.
Yeah, but not like with my face.
Yeah.
They're just like more written.
Until now.
Until now, here he is. Mask off. No,
Admin reveal.
it's
True.
it's so funny because the first event that I ever got, the first vape event that I ever got brought to was a vape convention in Canada, in British Columbia,
Oh my God.
in like
Oh.
2016.
What's that about?
I
It
didn't know
was,
they vape there.
dude, they vape hard there. Now it's illegal.
Oh my god,
But
really?
Thanks,
I swear to
Justin
God.
Trudeau.
Literally.
Is that his name?
Yeah. But I remember going there and like thinking like, all right, I'll just be in character the whole time.
Yeah.
And I did it for one day and it
Dude.
was the worst fucking thing I've ever done. Because people like genuinely wanted to like meet me.
you.
And they'd be like, so what's it like living in LA? But it's fucking sick, dude. What's it like living in Canada? Probably sucks. And it was
You
just,
like get back to your
Probably
hotel room
sucks
and you're like,
ass,
who
dude.
am I?
dude, it was the worst. And then the next day came around and I was just like, I'm sorry about yesterday. I didn't mean to.
Let me be normal.
I didn't mean to be weird. I
Oh
didn't
God.
know like what I was doing here.
I
but-
honestly forgot how big of a dick Blake Vapes was.
yeah.
He was a dick.
Fucking dick.
Yeah, when you were like, I was going to be in character, I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was very strange, and so then I stopped doing that. And then if people wanted to get like a video or a
Yeah.
picture, then I would like
Record their voicemail, you know.
yes,
Yeah, I think it was like when I went with you to the vape convention, it was like going to like the NBA All-Star game with Michael Jordan. Literally.
Wow.
It was like everyone was like, yo.
Wow. It's kind of like when you came with me to a poetry reading at Sarah Lawrence College.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Oh my God.
The green room.
That was hilarious.
you went to her poetry reading.
I
That was
drove
when we
her-
met for the first
I
time.
drove her to Sarah Lawrence.
Yeah, I was reading at Sarah Lawrence College, which is like an hour north of New York. And he was like, do you want to ride up there? Because I was flying in from Chicago. And I was
Okay.
like, okay. And he just came with me. And I was like, I don't know any of these people. So
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Dude.
in my
Why?
life.
I
The
mean,
people there.
it was
Just
a vibe.
everything.
It's the most expensive university in the country. So they paid
Oh.
me great. It was like,
Wow.
did like 20 minutes of a reading for like, I don't know, $1,200.
Wow,
Yeah. And I just spent the week in New York, but the vibes were a little weird.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
A little weird.
Like eccentric rich kids, huh?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
yeah.
Liberal arts school that costs $76,000 a year.
Jesus,
It's cool. Get the shmoney.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
how do they afford it?
And I was like, I'm a nobody. I'm wearing a wrinkled Gold's Gym shirt. I flew here on Spirit Airlines. But thank you for the money.
Yes. Oh,
Also
man.
dropped out of college.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you're like, did you get like a weird, like, I'm not qualified to be here? What is happening?
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know. The student body president had read my book and was just like, come. And I was like, I will take the check. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, dude, that's the thing. I feel like people that go to college, like, they want someone to, like, they want
Tell them what to do.
exactly like they
Yeah.
want someone to tell them what to do, no matter who it is. So I feel like
Yeah.
the qualifications for like teaching college kids stuff
Yeah.
is like you need none.
yeah.
I
I was
feel
just like, you guys should drop out.
I feel like
Yeah.
they would definitely
Yeah.
let me teach like a meme course in
Oh, for
college.
sure.
You could teach
And I
a
never
marketing
even-
course.
Yeah.
Went to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
that's the best. When I got paid by a school to talk to a class about like social marketing, I was just like, fuck yeah. I went to one semester.
Yeah.
Drop out of school, kids.
Drop out. You don't
Ask
need
me
it.
how many student loans I had. One.
You're like, I have $800.
It was literally like a
grand.
grand.
Yep. I believe it.
Zero.
I finished college. I finished and then
Where'd you go?
Florida State.
Nice. That's the Gator.
No, that's the Seminoles.
Oh.
Yeah, the
They didn't
Gators is
invade the
Oh, your
Gatorade.
colors are red and yellow.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
They call it, they say it's fancy red and yellow. It's garnet and gold.
Gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where in Florida did you live when you lived there? Before FSU or?
Before FSU, I was living in Jupiter.
Okay.
It was like right after my parents got a divorce. My mom's family lived there.
Dang.
So
Pretty hard out there, no, Jupiter?
in Jupiter. Jupiter is actually like arguably one of the nicest areas
What
in
is
all
it?
of Florida.
Close to?
It's close to West Palm.
Okay.
West
okay.
Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Like Tiger Woods lives there and stuff. I lived like me and my mom moved down there like with nothing, so we lived like in my aunt's guest house. So Jupiter, gorgeous area. Like like so many like rich people live there. Like all the pro golfers live down there. And then I went to school in Tallahassee.
Okay.
And then
Different vibe.
totally different, absolute college campus, but like the locals are all just like crackheads.
Yeah.
Did you
it's-
like work at Olive Garden or something?
Yep. I worked at the
Nice.
Olive
Nice.
Garden. It was
In
sick.
college?
In college.
Wow.
The OG.
Hell yeah.
I would have gained like 45 pounds if I worked at Olive Garden. I'm
Dude.
getting pasta after this.
It was, yeah, I hope we will too, because holy shit,
Yeah.
the food here, like the Italian food here is just next level. Almost as good as Olive Garden. I will say, no, keep it. The Olive Garden. Everyone talks shit about it. It's delicious. The soups are fresh made
La
daily.
ragazza mangia il
Fresh
pane.
made out of the bag.
Fresh made daily out of the bag. They're delicious. They're warmed up in a nice.
Like a Panera bread soup.
Ooh, it's so
Fresh out
good.
the-
Do you think 6ix9ine knows that you exist?
Yes.
What?
He's commented on my videos.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
I
he,
forgot about him.
yeah, I know.
See, like you never thought he would fall off.
No, we knew he would.
I know.
That man, I saw that man and I said, flash in the pan.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I found his Instagram when he had 50,000 followers.
Wow.
Which is like early, but at that time he was still getting like 90,000 likes for a post.
Jesus.
It
He was paying for them, or they're legit?
No, I think
Just
they
like
were
getting
legit.
shared.
Yeah, because I think he was also getting like 30,000 comments.
He'd probably get reposted on like World Star or like
It was like
every
it was a
Shade Room.
spectacle.
Yeah.
I feel like also it was like
Boom.
the explore page, like perfect optics for the explore page. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad we're past that era though of like the face tat rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all about neck tats now.
Yeah,
It
neck
sucks.
tats.
It's really moved along.
some of those rappers were really good, but they just like I don't know. I liked some of Lil
trying
Pump's
to
song.
think. Oh, I mean, forgot about Lil
his
Pump.
original
I like some of his songs.
His the first one
Yeah.
that one was good.
I'm trying
Right.
to think.
That was really good.
Boss. Yeah, came in.
Boss, that's the one. That's the
Yeah,
one.
came in with the
Y'all
sauce.
I got really into like drill when I lived in Chicago, and it was like Yeezus came out, and he had Chief Keef on it, and
Okay. Oof.
King Louie. I don't know if you've ever listened to King Louie.
I know
but
the name, but I don't think I've heard it.
He's like
song
my
with Chief Keef.
favorite Chicago rapper.
Chief Keef is top tier.
I remember the first time I ever heard a Young Thug song. I remember the first time I heard a Future song. First time I heard a Future song, I was like in the car. It was on the radio. It was Turn on the Lights.
Turn on the light.
Yeah. And I was like, who is this guy? He sounds like he's like 6'10", 400 pounds. And then I saw him and I was like, dang.
He's cool. He's a good
Dang.
performer too. Have you ever seen him
Yeah, I
live?
saw
I think
him
I
in
saw him at Rolling Loud.
I saw him and Drake
Okay.
on
I saw him
the
at Hard.
Jungle tour, and he opened for Drake, so he actually wasn't really trying that hard.
Oh,
He was just kind of like singing to a backing track. There was
Got it.
no,
Okay.
Does he have
aesthetic
auto-tune?
enhancement.
Live? He does
yeah.
auto-tune live,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he does.
He's so hot.
How tall is he?
I don't know.
tall enough.
Tall enough.
Tall enough to get this pussy.
Straight up. It's like you reached into my mind. I want to be one of his baby mamas that he tweets about on Mother's Day.
That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah.
You could get some good alimony.
Imagine. Oh, I'd get an AP.
Yeah.
He gives all his ladies APs.
How many are there?
I think
8?
8.
How much is it?
Nick Cannon just hit 12.
Yeah. Nick
The
Cannon.
news just came
Well,
out.
he had 12
Really?
baby, but how many baby mamas?
Oh, I think this one's new. So I think 11
This
baby
one's new.
mamas, 12 children.
Good for him, dude. Did you hear that we're about to cross 8 billion people in the world
And so
this
that
week?
someone was like, "Stop, Nick Cannon."
Nick Cannon, what are you doing? And Elon Musk. Elon Musk has like 6 kids.
I'm doing
Yeah,
my
what-
part to prevent
What do you
population
think?
growth.
What does
Yep.
Blake Weber think about Elon Musk?
This is sponsored by Morena.
Elon?
Elon?
Elon
What does
Musk.
Blake think about Elon?
What does
Elon
Blake,
did?
Actually, what does Blake Vapes think about Elon Musk?
Honestly, dude, Elon is like one of my favorite celebrities because like what other celebrity just buys Twitter, dude?
Yeah.
You know, just to ban all his exes, dude. They're all banned. And I think
Just
that's
to ban-
fucking dope.
Honestly, he's
I-
kind of following the what is it? Kill the game.
He's
Silencing
the
following
haters.
He's killing the haters with niceness. He's ignoring by tweeting them back. He ignores the hate that comes his way, and he kills them with killing it because he's worth $100 billion, $200 billion. So that's the 3-step killing your hater method
Wow.
that I devised.
Do you think
And
he'll-
Elon Musk, I think he learned a lot of what he does through me.
Do you think he'll ever fall off?
Elon Musk will not fall off, dude. I think before Elon Musk falls off, I think that he would be assassinated, to be honest.
Yeah, they're out there.
How
Haters,
do you know
dude.
he's going to be assassinated? Is there something you're not telling me?
No, I just think
I
that
don't have a planner.
he's not going to fall off, but
He's a
if he
target.
were, it'd be because
That's how-
someone got
Hater.
him, dude.
The
That's how
hate
he
got
would.
too strong.
Haters, dude, they'll do anything for fame.
What would you say to him if you could give him advice?
If I could give Elon Musk advice,
I feel like you could use some.
I'd be like, Elon, dude, straight up, like, fucking, my advice to you is give me advice so that I can become as great as you.
That's
I
so
think
true.
That's good advice.
I think that's a good.
Advise someone to give you advice, dude. That's the best advice you could give them.
Yeah, because then it's like like with the genie, but you get the
Yeah.
reverse.
You get exactly, dude. Elon, I wish for 3 more wishes, dude.
Exactly.
The other day I was talking about how like if you had like 10 wishes, you'd be able to wish for like a lot of inconsequential stuff. And I was trying to think of what mine would be. Like, if someone says 3 wishes, you got like There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But for example, if I had 10, I think one of mine would be like to remember every little song I ever made up. Because I just like sing songs around, and they're awesome. Oftentimes they're bops, and I'm just freestyling the lyrics.
Interesting.
And then I never remember them. It's about like how I'm folding my clothes or whatever. But I was trying to think of like other
That's
low
why they need
stakes.
Neuralink.
I got
wishes.
one.
Yeah,
I got
what
one. I wish that I never had to put away my laundry ever again.
Oh, it's so good.
I wish I didn't have to ever do or put away my laundry ever again.
Yeah.
It just was clean. As soon as I
Yeah.
wear it, it's clean again.
I was doing drop off for a while, and that was great. But then I
Yeah.
got spoiled I was like, I don't want to put this away.
No.
I saw recently there's a vacuum. This is such a lame thing to talk about on a podcast, but there's a vacuum now that's like you put it in its little mount and it empties into a trash can.
Whoa.
There's a trash can inside. You never have to like
So it's
dump
self-cleaning.
the dusty
Interesting.
floor shit. Yeah. It's an
Self-cleaning.
incredible item.
Whoa. Is
Yeah.
it a Dyson?
No, it's a Shark. They're really trying to compete
Oh.
with Dyson.
Shaq.
Do you play any video games?
I have. The video game that I play most is Rory McIlroy 2016.
Oh my
What is that?
god!
It's a golf game. It's so lame.
Is it a golf simulator?
No, it's Xbox.
For when
and
you can't have the real thing.
yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I used to play Tiger Woods when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then someone gave me this game, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Are you like controlling the power behind the tap,
the
and
power,
and the angle,
the spin,
Okay,
yeah,
all
the
right.
way that the ball
the
goes,
curvature?
yeah, it's so satisfying because okay, so you never really get great at golf, like unless you're like trying to be a pro. You can get to like a certain level of good, but I think that's why I love this game so much is because it's such a fantasy to just go out on a golf course and do what I can do in that video
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
Go out there and shoot a fucking
yeah.
52 on 18
Yeah.
and go like 20 under par.
Sometimes
Like,
I
That's why I play Tony Hawk.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
see, same thing.
Legit.
I like those like open world exploring video games, and I'll
Yep.
be like running and for like 10 minutes in a game, and I'm like, this is so unrealistic.
You're like, I would never do this in real life.
I'm climbing up a mountain on foot.
When I
right
play
now.
Tony Hawk, I'm like, this is what I would do
Yep,
if I was at the skate
I
park.
was-
I just can't get there right now.
totally fair.
You know?
Yeah, of course, dude. I totally get that.
It's like,
I played Red Dead Redemption and got through
The
that
second or the first?
the most recent.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So amazing. I got through it very quickly too.
I actually
Way too
really like
fast.
that game, but then there's the part where you get to Saint Denis, the like town,
Oh yeah.
and you've been like in these open places, and then all of a sudden, if you hit someone with your horse,
Yeah.
you've committed a crime, and
then
you're in
they're-
city
they're
streets
on you, dude.
Horrible.
Yep.
Just don't let me run people over and kill them.
Yeah.
That's what this one I'm playing now that takes place in Greece does better. You cannot hit people with your horse.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, they'll just jump out the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. it's
Interesting.
better.
I might try that one. I loved Red Dead Redemption, and it was so funny too because it gives you like the satisfaction of like, all right, you can complete a mission, and then all of a sudden you can just go be psychotic.
Yeah.
And just
I
like,
need it to
Yeah.
not be like linear. Like I can do a quest or I can go shoot 100 deer with an arrow.
yeah,
Like do whatever.
and that's fun.
yeah. Also, that's why I started playing this one because I liked Red Dead so much. I was looking
Oh.
for something similar.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was great. I've never owned GTA, so I never played it, but
Yeah, that's my next one.
if I was ever at a friend's house and we jumped on, I would always just like get a helicopter and like fly it into like the police station. Like I was,
Yeah.
I never
would just be a
understood the point of those
psycho.
games. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would just fuck everything up.
it's
and
so
then
fun.
see you
I was
later.
Yeah.
playing too much. I was playing Call of Duty all the time, and I was like, "This is fun for like 25 minutes."
Yeah.
And then I want to like do something, to have an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Call of Duty for a little bit. I was all right. And then I took a break and then came back. And then everyone was just so much better than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't fun. I suck.
I was like bedridden for like a month, and I just inflated an air mattress in front of my TV and ordered a PS5 and learned how
Okay.
to play Call of Duty.
That's a good use of your time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super
still
into
do
the
it?
like the military industrial
play it?
complex and like teens with buzz cuts berating me on
Yeah.
voice chat vibes. So yeah, I still play it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is fun. Before I did Call of Duty, bear in mind most of this was during pandemic,
Yeah,
just because
me too.
I didn't have anything to do. I played Apex Legends.
Oh wow.
Apex was sick because it was so Fortnite was, I sucked at Fortnite. I tried it and I just got killed. I don't even think I ever got one kill in Fortnite. And I played like a few hours.
On what console?
Xbox.
It's like really easy on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
You're playing against literal children.
Yeah, and like you're playing against people that are using their computers, and like you're fucked. So then I found PUBG.
I used to play that on my phone. That's how I got into COD. I started playing PUBG Mobile, COD Mobile, and then I bought a PS5.
There you go. PUBG was awesome. I played it mobile, and then I also played it on Xbox, and I was decent at PUBG. And then Apex Legends came out, and I was like, ooh, if I start playing, it came out, and I played it like right when it came out. So I was like equal with everybody. And I played that for a while, and then Call of Duty the new Call of Duty came out, and then I was like, ooh, let me try this. And I was okay for a while, and so I played. And then, like I said, I took a break, and then I tried to come back, and I was like,
when I started, I just knew I was going to suck for a long time.
Yeah.
And something about my voice on like a gaming headset, I think sounds, a lot of people think I'm a teenage boy.
That's hilarious.
And so usually part of the joy of playing against real people is talking shit. So I talk a lot of shit at the beginning and then do really poorly.
Yep.
And people are like, you little, like, don't talk so much shit. And I would just be like, sorry, guys, my parents have been fighting a lot. Like, I just got in character. And then eventually I got better at it. But
sorry, my parents are getting divorced.
it took some time. Yeah, literally. My mom and dad yell at each other at nighttime.
I'm traumatized. This is my coping mechanism.
Can you guys be a little nicer to me next time?
What does it mean when your pee-pee's hard?
No.
I don't know about that. I'm a virgin.
All right. I guess we can wrap this up.
All right. Thanks for talking to us about a bunch of random stuff. Do you want to have anything you want to plug or anything?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. You didn't say the name of your podcast, by the way.
Oh, yeah. My podcast is called Country Club Adjacent.
Yes.
Good name.
We just, we hate the way that golf has always been, so we're trying to make it fun and cool again. So that's that. And then you can follow me everywhere at Blake Weber with 2 B's.
Weber.
BlakeWeber.com /tour.
What's up?
BlakeWeber.com/tour.
I don't have any tour dates coming up. This was my last one of this year. So yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. Thanks for chatting with us.
If you're lost, you can look and you will